So I recently built something called an ACD, like an autonomous coding dashboard, and it would basically you would basically get you would feed it PRDs, product requirements documents of app ideas, right? You have an app idea, you expand it out to a PRD, and then you expand it out further to have these are the features within this PRD in order to achieve this PRD, right? So I've made that, and now it works for me, and I think it works on test-driven development, as in it makes the test for the feature, and then it develops the code for it, and then it runs the test again, and then if it passes or fails, right, and it continuously works to fulfilling that whole entire feature for that whole entire PRD, right? And a whole entire app project could have multiple PRDs. Or sure, I mean, it can have one giant PRD, or you break it up into many PRDs. It depends on what you want, right? But basically, I built that. It's like my own Claude harness, and the longest I have had it running for was 504 hours across 71 different projects. And yeah, each time I have a incredible idea, I would then throw that into make a PRD of this, and then it would then go out and make that idea, and then I'd come back later in 30 minutes or an hour or wherever it's at in the priority queue, configurable by project management software that I've also built. Then it would start to work on that, and yeah, so that's something that I've built. I've also built something else that's like a Claude Code, Open Code, Moltbot alternative that's still in the work, where it connects with Telegram, does all these things, that has all these actions, all this stuff. I built that. I built several different apps. I built an app kit using app that template app that I've sent to the App Store called Ivoreach. I've built, so basically you would take that app kit and you could swap out your business logic into that, so you could have a template to build your apps on, right? I've then built, so last year, there's this thing called a Rihanna agent that somebody built on GitHub. I've then forked that, I've made improvements towards it, and then now I have that agent running for me again this year, 24/7, but it has more enhanced features, like it's able to verify comments made, have more accurate AI comments. Instead of just being on Instagram, it's now on Twitter, and it's now on Threads, and then I could put one on TikTok. And then now I've also built something out to where it also auto DMs people on Twitter as well as Instagram, right? And then it flows all that information up to me through Telegram. So every time it comments on something or it reaches its comment goal for that platform, it lets me know. And then it also I've got it to where it lets me know if I got replies and if it sent out any messages on Instagram or Twitter and stuff like that, right? So that's something I've recently built out. I'm building out more and more stuff. So Remotion. I think what I need to create next is I need to create something to where it's a Claude Code Remotion skill, to where you could just feed in if you could just spin up and get Claude Code, and you can get Remotion, and it'll be able to replicate videos for you. You just send in a video URL and it tries its best to basically replicate it based off templates it has, right? So that's all, basically autonomous video creation, right? Which is great. With self-improving video creation, that's what I'm aiming for, right? As well as self-improving Twitter posts. That's something also I built too, to where it takes in all your top posts on Twitter and all your crappy posts on Twitter, and be like, okay, so based on your best post and your crappy post, make a tweet that basically talks about this topic, but in your best version of the tweet, right? Built that too. I'm about to make a email triage bot because everybody seems to want that. I don't understand why people want that. But I guess, people in email, that can be beneficial. Definitely grouping up emails in specific contexts, and can add to how deals are made via email, right? So I'm about to build. I've kind of built that out already, and then send that to Telegram. Be like, hey, this email and this grouping, can this is a response from a person in this email. I need to build that out too, but like that's something super simple to build out, to be honest. What else is there? So Vappy, like phone calling, voice receptionist, AI bot. I haven't made that out yet, but I could at any point in time to just like make that, copy paste that, and then like literally post the Vappy phone number on my social media profiles. At any point in time, you could just call my AI agent, let them and they'll be able to talk to you about anything, and that'll be great. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody would want one eventually. What else did I make? So like I've made, like, again, I have like 71 projects that I've been making stuff on. I've also automated like Safari browsers, right? Because like that could be useful too for people who already have like Clawbot and OpenBot, like, and they want a secure and autonomous way to navigate already existing social media platform profile or any type of website, right? They could just use this and integrate that into their Clawbot, and it's like super good to go. It doesn't waste that many credits or anything. I've also built out like several like UGC platform, like several content analysis platforms, where it could be like, here's this video that a social media creator has created. Here's all the different categories, topics, characteristics, parameters, right, that go along with this video, and like where it could be best posted, like what's to talk about, like what would be the potential titles, descriptions, right, and here how you can schedule out to all these different platforms. I still need to make the scheduling part, but basically like it would score it beforehand and then get the content, engagement metrics, and views, all that stuff, and go back and check on this YouTube, like Instagram or Twitter or TikTok video, and check the engagement of that video to see if it has done well or done good, like done bad, you know what I mean? And feed that into the system to where it will let you know, this is your great content, this is your bad content, make more content like this, for people who are making UGC content, right? And or people who are repurposing UGC content, right? Because not only could this take UGC content, but I could split it up into different formats and then clip it all together to where it's a system that can automatically post a lot of content that's repurposed in a way to where it can still maximize engagement. Because like not everybody's going to see the same piece of content twice if you post it twice, or XYZ, right? So that's something I've made early, like late last year, and that's so, and all that I've just pushed everything to the cloud for that particular workflow, because that is like having things are locally is great, but if you can have things 100% be done through the cloud, like that is great. Because if your machine goes down, if the machine you're working with goes down, right, at least your cloud system will be up and be able to still do the automations and not be broken by the workflow that you're doing with your machine locally, right? So those are all things that I've built recently. I know I'm forgetting a ton more stuff, but hey, I just wanted to let you guys know, here's all the things I'm building, right? So yeah, automations, they're so great. AI and automations are even better.